Good morning and happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us on this day. I hope these 9 at 9s are helping you kind of stay focused during the week as we kind of talk about some of the things that we've already talked about on Sunday and kind of going into them in a little deeper level. You know the story of Jesus with his disciples at the Last Supper. It's perplexing to me at the end of this moment why Jesus seems to ruin the moment. We've had this beautiful celebration of the Passover, the remembrance of the time when the Hebrew children were in Egypt and God in his love and mercy rescues them and prepares a way to get them out of Egypt. The lamb is slain, the blood of the lamb is put on the doorpost, the lamb is eaten, the unleavened bread is eaten, and they are told to get out of Egypt as fast as they can because God is moving. And that was the part of the Passover. That's why they were celebrating, to remember this. And Jesus is giving his disciples a lens to understand what would happen in a few hours with his crucifixion. That there was a new lamb being slain, and there was a different blood on the doorpost. Not on the doorpost of your home, but on the doorpost of your life that marked you as one of his. Now, it is a gorgeous ceremony. And if you've ever had one of those moments where the Lord's Supper came together just in the moment when the worship was right and you were right and you needed this moment, there are few services that are as beautiful. And we've had such a beautiful service here, and now Jesus says, one of you will betray me. It destroyed the moment. It's that relative that we all have that always says the wrong thing at the family reunion when everybody's sitting around eating, and he says the wrong thing that reignites the fight that the family's already had. You know, why does Jesus do this? Why does he go there? Because now the disciples are arguing among themselves, accusing each other. It's not me, it must be you. Or I saw you do this, I heard you do that. Oh, I know you ran over here and did this. And then each man is doing something else. Each man is counting his own price. See, the thing you don't hear is a big protest about it. It's not me, it's not me, it's not me. Everybody's asking, is it me? Because every one of them knows that with the right pressure, the right moment, everybody's got the price. We know Judas's price, it was 30 pieces of silver. We know Peter's price, it was a moment of peace and quiet after the fierce interrogation by a teenage girl. What we don't know is your price. What we don't know is my price. So for what, for how much would you sell Jesus out? Most of us, if we are honest with ourselves, with each other, we would confess that we sell each other out for much, much less than 30 pieces of silver. You're in a conversation and someone says, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't know how anybody rationally could base their life on the story of a man who lived a long time ago and is long since dead. And there's 2 or 3 people standing around, and all you have to do is say something. All you have to do is say, hey, I know that may be the way you feel, or I know that's the way a lot of people feel, but for me, Jesus is very real, and here's how I know. And just give a 1 or 2 sentence testimony about how real Jesus is to you. Most of the time, especially in the South, people will back off that conversation just out of politeness. But we'd rather have the peace and quiet. We'd rather not be singled out in our group. So we sell Jesus out for what? Nothing. It's not as much as 30 pieces of silver. It's not even under the intense pressure that Peter faced. We do it much quicker. We do it much cheaper, but we sell him out. The way the Lord's Supper ends with everybody questioning about who it was, about whether or not it was them, is an interesting question for us now to ponder. Would you sell Jesus out? For how much? What would you hope to gain if you pretended to the world for just a minute, just whatever time, a day, a week, that you did not know Jesus, that you didn't belong to him? What would it take for you to sell Jesus out? Like all the old crime movies say, everybody has their price. What's yours? I'll give you about 60 seconds to think about it, and I'll see you tomorrow.